Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's December 18th, 2017, and this is Mondays with Bev and Paul. And guess what? My name's Paul.
And my name's Bev.
That's right. And once again, we have someone in the middle of us.
BioTouch sandwich.
If you'd like to be a sandwich, give us a call. We'll put you in the middle.
You can be the filling.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Early.
So we have a dear friend, certified practitioner, and our outreach coordinator, Sharilyn Powelson.
Yeah.
Welcome, dear.
Thank you.
Good to have you with us this morning.
She is totally freaked out today, and that's great.
Okay, not totally.
Okay. Oh, good.
See, good?
That's good. All right. So we do have a question for today. The question for today is going to be very interesting. Can you become dependent on BioTouch?
That is an interesting
That
question.
is a good question.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get to that in a minute. But first of all, let's go ahead and talk to our guest.
Okay. Let's do that. So, of course, my first question to you is, why BioTouch? What brought you here?
Well, I learned about BioTouch through you, Bev, years ago when I lived in Wyoming. And in 2013, I had to relocate, and I thought, oh, I know where I'm going. I'm going to Tucson. And and I also knew immediately that one of the first things I would check out would be BioTouch. So Bev started working on me on BioTouch, and then walked into the center, and as the saying goes, the rest is history. I took the classes, became certified, and it has made a tremendous impact and difference in my life.
Yeah, well, you are a whole different person than the first day.
Well, thank you for that
Yeah.
confirmation.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel BioTouch or getting BioTouch participating in the foundation? How has it changed yourself, your outlook on life?
Well, it's definitely made me more self-aware. I guess that is a phrase that we tend to use and overuse, but it's still nonetheless true. It's helped me become more aware of myself, the changes I needed to make, and how I projected myself and saw myself, and just becoming aware of yourself. Sorry.
No, that's good. That's a good loop.
Yeah. So it's just made a big difference, and it also helped me to get outside of myself and do things I never ever would have thought of, like being BioTouch outreach coordinator. Wouldn't have dreamed of that one in a million years.
Right.
But you did.
But I did, yes. And it has been really good for me.
Yeah. So you get BioTouch, what, every week or?
Once a week, yeah. After my shift on Mondays, yes.
Uh-huh. And you've been doing that for how long again now?
Well, I've been certified for 4 years. Been here at four years, and been active at the center for 3 years because I took a little sabbatical.
Running around the world, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
Trying to find yourself.
There we go.
Yeah.
So has it helped you? You said self-awareness, and so how about physically? Has it helped you be able to match your self-awareness in doing things?
I mean, has it made an impact on my health?
Right, yeah.
Yes. At the beginning, you couldn't even do the next set on me without being in severe pain. Bev knows about that.
Yeah.
And so it is definitely, my back and neck and my health issues have definitely improved a lot. Sometimes I get a little instant reality check when somebody asks me how my back's doing. I go, oh yeah. It doesn't hurt anymore.
Wow.
So it's always nice to have that little reality check and realize how much you've grown and improved.
Right. Well, it's been great having Sharilyn around. I mean, she has taken off to do the outreach coordination, to set up all the talks, the presentations locally here.
Right.
And so if you do have any place that you would like us to present, either the whole group, we can do a group presentation, we do little workshops, we can have Bev do a presentation for you. Oh, right. Yep. she's on show now. Bev did a presentation a couple weeks ago for, what was the group called again?
It's called the 420 Social Club
420 Social Club.
Here in Tucson, yeah.
And she did a great job. That video is up on our Facebook if you want to see how that's doing. And her agent here, Sharilyn, will take appointments at any time. But truly, if you have a group, you have the support group, card club, Tupperware party, you know, I always thought what would be great to do is call Touchaware parties.
Touchaware?
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Wouldn't that be fun?
So,
Yeah.
you know, you get a group of people together and we share BioTouch,
Yeah.
you know, and it can be a real simple presentation. Doesn't have to be a big deal. It can be in your home.
That would be cool.
Yeah. So get hold of us, office@justtouch.com, or send us an email, or post it right here. What do we have here? Well, hi, Sharilyn from Julie. Julie says hi.
Oh, hi, Julie.
So any other questions? Let's talk about, I think, so you've talked about BioTouch. You've done it for years now.
Mm-hmm.
You do it once a week.
Mm-hmm.
Let's read the piece from the manual. We have a piece from a manual we'd like to read before we go into our question.
Right.
Question becoming, can you become dependent on BioTouch? So
Right.
we'll read this from what's called Frequency of
Frequency
Application.
of application in the back of our manual, and it's just a very short paragraph. Many have wondered if one can become dependent on BioTouch. Just like other maintenance and preventative practices, BioTouch can only be beneficial to cope with the many diseases, pollutants, stresses, and other hazards in our world. Can only be positive.
Right. So let's ask you, do you feel like you've become dependent on BioTouch?
Well, I wouldn't be without it.
Well, okay.
Is that a good answer? Why would I want to be without it?
Right.
You know, it has made such a difference and impacted my life, and I look forward to that continuing.
So it's very interesting when we were talking earlier before the show about, you know, what the question was going to be. We decided it would be, can you become dependent? And when we said that, we realized that that word in our society has been connected to a thought that when you are dependent on something, you're weak, you can't do it yourself, you have no choices to make. Codependency, whether it's on drugs or another person, it has become a word that is kind of has those kind of thoughts about it. But when I thought about it in terms of, can you become dependent on BioTouch? Heck yeah.
Right.
Exactly. That's exactly what we want to do. We want to become dependent on BioTouch because the only thing it does, as you have just attested to, it makes your life better.
Yes.
Right. It's like love.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was
You're going to
say.
become dependent on love? Okay.
And so there are certain things to be dependent on.
Right.
And when we're living in this body, we've talked about that week and week again, you know, when we're in relationship, I mean, we're dependent on relationship. You know, for most of us that live in a body and live on this planet, I mean, there are some people in the far, far Netherlands of the mountains who theoretically can live on a grain of rice, but they still live on air. You know, I mean, there's still air that we're dependent on.
That's right.
So something about being in this life is a dependency. And what a fine thing to be dependent on.
And not just receiving the love, is sharing it, being
Yeah.
able to have that opportunity to share it with those around you.
Right, and sharing's the big one that we're trying to do on this show here, is share it with you so you'll go out and share it with other people.
Right.
That real simple, light touch that's an expression of loving thy neighbor.
Yeah.
And I love the talk about, are you dependent on brushing your teeth?
If you don't want to go to the dentist and have a million cavities, of
there's
course.
certain things we do for our health and our well-being.
Exactly.
And, you know, and when I ask people about, well, why do you brush your teeth? Well, I don't know. I was just, from the time I was little, I was told, go brush your teeth.
Yeah.
And so it became ingrained in us to brush our teeth. And yeah, there's all those positive things, and not getting cavities, not having to spend the money on the dentist. But it was just passed on generation to generation to generation. Imagine BioTouch.
Oh, wow. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Have you had your
Wow,
BioTouch this
today?
morning?
So that's why we do these shows, really.
Yeah.
That's why we bring on people like yourself. That's why Sharilyn has really dedicated her life. We are so grateful for you stepping up
Yeah.
and running the outreach program. And we'll talk a little more about the Meetup group here in a minute. But so, we would just encourage you to do it. So what we want to do in this show is to show you what to do. And so a real easy one to do is just doing the greeting. If all you could do is the greeting, imagine.
Just
if everybody just did the greeting with one another, it's like, remember seeing all those shows of the family, Leave It to Beaver and,
oh yeah, Father
Mary
knows
Tyler
best.
and Father Knows Best. They all came down to the dinner. The woman always had the dress on, and the kids are always dressed. And even a lot of the news shows, all the sitcoms, they all gather around the dinner table.
Sure.
What if we all did BioTouch? Almost as our blessing. We all...
it is a blessing.
Oh, wouldn't that be wonderful?
Yeah. That we just did the greeting.
Right.
Just if that's all, just to see what would happen and the communication that could happen.
Well, in other cultures, in Asian cultures and in India, when, they bow to each other.
Right.
They're just honoring themselves in each other. What would happen if you could actually do that greeting when you
hello.
And you're just honoring the love that we all share.
As you can see, the three of us are completely excited about getting BioTouch out there.
Oh, definitely.
And we just encourage you to join us, join in and learn the BioTouch. Yeah. So again, let's give you some points here. We're going to just share with you the greeting.
The greeting is always performed at the beginning of each session. It's the only set that uses one hand and the only set that indicates which hand to use. The greeting is performed with the dominant hand. If you are right-handed, use your right hand. If you are left-handed, use your left hand. The greeting is made by touching at point 1, which is in the fleshy area just below the bottom of the breastbone or sternum. Hold this point for 6 to 8 seconds. Then, with the same 2 fingers, touch point 2 on the back. To find point 2, look for the big bone at the base of the neck. From here, move 1 to 1.5 inches to the left. This is point 2. Hold this point for 6 to 8 seconds. More than one associate may work with a recipient provided that all of the associates perform the greeting. If the associate or the recipient leaves the session, or if someone who hasn't done the greeting touches either the recipient or the associate, the greeting must be reestablished.
There you go. Just the family doing BioTouch.
Key that opens it all up.
Yep. It really is the key. It's the key that, like we like to say, once you turn on the key, you can drive wherever you want, unless you live on an island. Then you can only drive around and around and around. But anyhow, it is the key. Once you do that greeting, we can help you work with any kind of local problems, So
yes.
Now that greeting you can download for free on our website, justtouch.com, and up in the top right is a little thing, download a preview copy of our manual, and it has links to that DVD you just saw. And you can just do that. You can just learn the greeting, and then if you want to know more, you can either get the whole manual and DVD, or you can contact us, office@justtouch.com. Go to our website and just leave us a message at justtouch.com. And those are some of the best ways to get hold of us. And we'll take you through it. We can take you through it on a telephone. We can Skype it. Yeah. It's just so simple.
So accessible.
Yeah.
It really is accessible.
So let's start a dependent movement here.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool? Yeah.
Let's all be
Let's
dependent
be dependent
on one another.
Yeah.
Dependence.
There you go. I like that.
So one of the other things Sharilyn does as our outreach coordinator is set up the Meetup, the Meetup group?
Meetup group,
How does that go? How do people participate?
First you have to download the Meetup app, of course, and then you just do a search for BioTouch, and then just sign up, and it'll take you through the steps to become a member. We have over 40 people now.
Wow. Really?
So now our goal is to get them in the door.
Right.
To attend our workshops. Our next workshop is the Parkinson workshop. It's on the 28th at 6 o'clock. So we'd love to see anyone here that is addressing or knows somebody that's going through Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Parkinson's disease, we're going to give you the 3 or 4 sets of points to work with that. And we have little workbooks if you're here in Tucson. If you're a member, you can download that workbook for that particular symptom, or we have all the other ones that are available to members too.
Absolutely.
And we try to live stream the first part of that class where we actually have a little presentation, and we also show the points. So we teach it, and we try to live stream that, so that's available to people. So, we're going to use this internet to its max.
Right.
So,
yes, this is a great tool for us to get the word out.
So meetup.com, isn't that what it is, meetup.com? Or it's a Meetup app?
You have to download the app first.
You can't go on the internet and just do it?
I don't. Well, you would need to go to your Play Store and download the app. Yes. You could find it through the internet, but you still got to download the app.
If you want.
Yeah.
So, and then you have another open house or something
in February. We're planning an open house. We're still putting the details and the date. We should have the date set this week, and you can just find that listed on Meetup. And also, we have a once-a-month intro to BioTouch. If you were nervous or unsure about coming to attend a full workshop, you could come to the center once a month and just have a little 30-minute intro, which I will be giving. So that's also listed on Meetup.
Wonderful. Wow, look
Sharilyn
at you.
is just stepping up.
She is.
So now we have 3 people for your presentations: Bev, Sharilyn, and me.
Thanks, Paul.
But as you can see, we have fun. BioTouch is about fun.
Oh,
it's
enjoying
not
life.
Yes, it's about enjoying it. It's not about a practice. It's not about a discipline. It's about incorporating BioTouch as a way of being, a way of life. And we just hope that you want to play with us and share this with your family and your friends and allow healing to happen. We're not trying to change anybody. We're just trying to let healing happen,
Just offer you something that is going to just increase the quality of your life. And, as we enter into this new year, come and join us and help us anchor more love and dependency on love into all of our lives.
We need more of that.
Yeah.
We all do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So this is our last live show for this year, because we'll have a recorded message for you on Christmas Day, which is next Monday.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, already.
Yeah.
So it's still Hanukkah for those of you who are following that. I've been Facebooking, live streaming my Hanukkah celebrations.
Adorable. Happy Hanukkah to you.
Every happy Hanukkah. Thank you very much. And Merry Christmas to all of you for next week.
Yes.
And we do want to play our favorite song that we had with our Tucson puppet lady at our holiday party. And we will sort of sign out today and just have a joyous time. They say it could be a stressful week for people, dealing with shopping and dealing with getting ready. But it's fun stress. Right. It's fun to be stressed out. But add BioTouch.
Ooh, that will get you through the holidays.
Just a little BioTouch at the end of that stressful day, and then have your little eggnog or a Kahlua with cream or a shot of whiskey. It doesn't matter.
That all sounds good.
It all sounds good. Yeah. So we wish you all a Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
And
much love.
We'll see you soon, and we'll see you live on New Year's Day for sure. So here's our little song.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.